Hello! Today we're going to be talking about what inspired my OCs, and this time I actually have my mic on! I recorded so much footage and my mic was not on, so I just wasted my time. Anyway, let's get right into the video. So first up we have Terry, and the thing that inspired him is the FNAF lore. If you are unfamiliar, please go watch a video on the FNAF lore. Trust me, there's no way I could summarize it all here for you, but I'm going to try my best. Basically, there's the Afton family. There's William Afton, Michael Afton, Evan Afton, and Elizabeth Afton. Elizabeth Afton dies. Evan Afton dies. Michael Afton also dies. William Afton also dies. They all die eventually, but we don't. Let's rewind a bit first. So William Afton is a killer. He's a killer. He murders some kids, and he stuffs them inside animatronic suits, and they possess the suits. And they basically they haunt a pizzeria that he created, and they start killing people because they're possessed and haunted. Blah. You know, that's what haunted things do. They tend to kill people. And then Michael plays a prank on his younger brother, Evan. At least that's what I think his name is. His name isn't confirmed. People call him the crying child. I call him Evan just because it's simpler. But the crying child dies in this prank. Because Michael is a little stupid and he doesn't think ahead. Sorry, my dogs are barking. But basically, I'm not entirely sure of the order of events. I'm not sure if Evan dies before the kids get murdered, or if they all get murdered before Evan dies. I'm not entirely sure on the order of events. It's all very fuzzy. The order of events is very fuzzy. That's why I said go watch a video on it. It's a lot easier to go watch a video on it and have them explain it than have me try to explain it in this very short time. But moving on, my character, Terry, he is based off of Michael Afton. So we're going to be focusing mostly on Michael Afton. Jeez, I cannot speak today. So after Mike accidentally, kills his younger brother, he's obviously flooded with guilt. He feels extremely bad over the incident, and he feels this need to fix his family and everything that's wrong with it, and he feels the need to avenge his family. That is the core concept that inspired my character, Terry. Terry is also a guilt-ridden character that feels the need to turn his life around after his brother's death. The main difference is his brother is older than him, and also the death isn't exactly his fault, but we'll get into that. So basically, Terry's main lore is that he grew up in a gang, he grew up in violence, and he grew up expecting violence. He grew up in this violent world, and I'm repeating myself a lot, but that's fine. And he lives with his brother, Mott, placeholder name, don't question it. And so Mott is basically like, you know what, we're gonna go to a museum for my birthday. And they go, and it does not go well. Let's just say there's some fantasy dragon type creatures that I created that attack. Let me see if I can find a photo of them for you. Not a photo, a drawing of the creatures for you. I know I have some, so let me see if I can find some. Here we go, I managed to find some art of the little creatures. So this is what the creature looks like. This is the creature that killed Terry's older brother. So basically, Terry's like, well, dang it, my brother's dead. And so he's like, well, this sucks. Now I'm going to just be alone for the rest of my life. Except he's not going to be alone, because the government is like, well, you're still a minor, so you kind of have to have a family. So he gets placed into foster care. So basically, this is his first time ever going out into the real, actual world. He's always been used to gang violence and, you know, bad stuff always happening around him. So he's not used to things being normal. So whenever he's around normal people, he's like, "You're acting weird," when they're acting completely and utterly normal. And his story does have a happy ending with him getting adopted by his foster family. So, you know, yay. But that is Terry's story and what it was inspired by. So hopefully you can see the little bits of inspiration. If you can't, then you probably haven't seen the FNAF lore video. I definitely recommend going watching it. It's over an hour long. But it definitely needs to be over an hour long because he's not just yapping about nothing. There is so much stuff that has to be covered in a FNAF lore video. Like, it is crazy. Anyway, this is the final product of this little doodle that I did. This one didn't take nearly as long as most of my pieces do. Most of my pieces take like an hour to 3 hours. This one only took about 45 minutes. So, this was just a little doodle. And up next we have Jax. I do not have a drawing for Jax, so I'm just going to very quickly show a couple of bam, 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 a couple of drawings on screen of Jax. And then we're going to get into a time lapse of some newer art that is by, it's by me, but the character belongs to @FulcrumDoodles on Kara and on YouTube, so please go check them out if you're interested. I don't know if they have anything posted, but, you know, still go support them because they're amazing. Anyway, Jax's story was mainly inspired by Wings of Fire. If you've never read Wings of Fire, what are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? Like, it's one of the most iconic books of all time. I've read up to book 15. I'm not sure if there's any other released books. If there is, I definitely need to get my hands on them. But, you know, whatever. Funny story, I actually didn't even know that my story was inspired by Wings of Fire until someone pointed out how, like, hey, your writing style is really similar to that of Wings of Fire. And I'm like, wait a second. You're right. I went back and reread some of the Wings of Fire books and I was like, wait a second, this is really similar. So I found my inspiration, I guess. It just took me a few backward steps to find it. But I've already talked a lot about Jax's story on here, so I'm simply going to point out the similarities between Wings of Fire and my story. So they both involve tribes. First of all, they both involve different tribes, and two, they both involve dragons, even if it's in a smaller part of my story. In my story, the Atoriums, which are like the main species, they are based off of dragons. They're like half humanoid, half dragon type thing. So it's like really cool. The next similarity is the buds. I know this is going to sound really strange, but like the wing buds. If you've ever read the Silkwing books, you know that they have like little buds that grow into wings on their backs, right? But in my book, Jax, he doesn't have wings. He has underdeveloped buds on his back that simply just didn't develop in the womb because he was defective, basically. It sounds like such a mean word, defective. Maybe like disabled is probably a better word to say. Like he was just kind of different, I guess. Oh my gosh, guys, he's so different. Anyway, this video is so much more unhinged than all of my other ones. I don't know what is going on. Anyways, the writing style is also similar to Wings of Fire, as I've mentioned past. I didn't even notice that until one of my online friends / beta readers pointed it out. They were like, you know what, as I'm reading through this, I'm like, this kind of reminds me of Wings of Fire, and I'm like, Oh my gosh, that's so sick. I love Wings of Fire. I absolutely love Wings of Fire. It's like one of my favorite book series. Not my favorite because Keeper of the Lost Cities is on top, but you know, to each their own. Also, sorry if I haven't been posting as much lately. It's because of school. You know, school is kind of piling on work. Today is the first day after school where I don't have homework. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna record a video instead of doing homework. So, that's what I decided to do. Anyways, I'm gonna say goodbye. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share what inspired your OCs. Feel free to yap about your guys' OCs. I'm always interested to hear about other people's original characters. So, feel free to let me know in the comments, and bye-bye!